What's up? Today I'll be sharing with you some gym tips that help me out a lot, and I think a lot of beginners who are getting into lifting don't know, and will save you a lot of time if you hear these. For me personally, I've been lifting for probably 2 to 3 years consistently now, where I'm actually tracking it and making good progress. Got a pretty gosh dang good physique, and completely natural. I take creatine, but that's about it. And yeah, don't track calories, don't track protein. I just lift. I enjoy lifting. I've done it for a while, and I got some advice for you. All right, starting out, first and most important thing is to not count reps. I don't know where we get this idea, but I was victim of this too, and just other buddies talking to them when I was starting out too. They're like, oh, talking about exercise, like, oh, how many reps do you do for that? I'm just like, no. Like when I'm like lifting with like some younger people who are, they're newer to the gym. They're like, oh, how many reps should I do? But no, we don't care about reps. Reps should not matter at all. It's all about going till failure, which brings up another question, which I'll get to a little bit later about what is failure really. But don't count reps at all. Either if you're just thinking, oh, I gotta do this many reps for, this many sets and stuff like that. It's just robotic, and your body is not a robot. It doesn't respond that way. I think where I use reps, like a rep count that actually helps me, is I do keep track while I'm doing reps. I go to failure, but I keep track of how many I got, and then I just write it down so that next time I do that, I remember, oh, for this weight, I did this many reps. So I push myself as like, next time I'm gonna go to failure, but I gotta work as hard as I can to try to get one more rep than last time. All right, so what even is failure? Like, if you're not counting reps in the sense of, oh, once you hit 12 reps, you're done, and instead you're gonna be going to failure, what even is failure? Is it form failure, where if you get a little bit out of form, it doesn't work? Or if it's like, exhaustion, where you like physically can't move and you're dead? So what is failure? For me, I tend to be more on the form failure side, where I can't really do it with good form anymore, and I get a couple more cheat reps where I do like partials, because you can't get a full rep anymore. But then after that, I'm done. I'm not doing crazy stuff. I kind of got away from doing drop sets and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll do those, or stuff like that. But for me, failure is mostly just form failure, because you can't do it anymore. Then you try to get like a few more partials, a little bit like that. Nothing crazy. I mean, it's just failure. I think we overcomplicate these things, but that's what failure means to me. All right, this next tip I think is right up there with the whole reps idea, is because people think there's an exact workout that you have to follow. They need to get the physique or build the type of muscle that they want. Like starting out, everyone's like, oh, what workout split you do? Like, oh, what's your split? What you doing? What should I do? What's like they want like everything. Some people get super analytical with it. Like, okay, so on Mondays I'm doing chest press, and then I'm doing incline press, then pec deck, not cable crossover, pec deck. They have to do like this exact workout. If they follow this exactly, it'll be good. Which when you're first starting out and you have no idea what to do, that can help, but I definitely don't recommend it, because you're following this exact formula. Pretty much you're trying to find an exact formula to get you the physique that you want, and it's not always like that. And honestly, some things, if you differentiate a little bit, it can help you better, just get a more range of exercises. What I do is I just, instead of thinking of an exact exercise, like, oh, I'm gonna do this red cable row machine thing, instead I'm just thinking, oh, when I do my back dead, I'm gonna have to do some sort of vertical pull motion, whether that's a pull up, pull down, whatever, and I'm gonna have to do some sort of horizontal motion, which is some type of row. And then I think, okay, so I have to do some sort of row motion. What am I really feeling? And there's 6 different row machines at my gym, or whatever it may be, and I just think, well, which one would feel good? Which one do I like? Do I feel a good stretch, which is very important for me, is that stretch, a good squeeze, and just good time under tension. Those are the 3 things to look for that really make an exercise enjoyable for me. And I just think of, oh, which one do I really feel today? And I don't really follow a super strict workout plan. Another mistake I think beginners make is they think they need a lot more than they do. You don't need straps, you don't need a gym bag, you don't need to bring your water bottle with you wherever you go, you don't need your pre-workout or your intro workout, whatever kind of drink you're taking. You don't need smelling salts, you don't even need like nice gym clothes. You just gotta get started. I don't even like listen to music. I bring like nothing with me into the gym. I just bring my phone and the clothes on my back. The phone is just to keep track of my sets and weights and stuff like that. But besides that, you do not need anything to get started, and anything that you think that you do is really just stalling you from actually getting started. All right, the next tip for you is it's okay to look ridiculous when you're trying out a new machine, a new movement, whatever. When you're new to the gym, most things are gonna be new to you. That's kind of what it means to be new. So when you're figuring out stuff, you're probably gonna be doing it wrong. You're gonna have to look weird. You might have to ask someone for help, especially at the gym I go to. There's some really crazy machines there. Most stuff is pretty self-explanatory, but pretty much it's okay to look weird and just laugh at yourself and just try out these new motions. And that first time you do a machine, anytime I do it, I just try it out. I don't like try to push super hard all the time. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, this is a new motion, I try it. Maybe if I don't like it, I go to a different motion that I'm more more familiar with, but anytime I'm trying new things, just understand it's okay to look ridiculous. All right, this final gym tip has to deal with motivation, especially when you're getting started, because when you're first starting out, maybe you're not in the shape that you want to, which is why you're starting out, and you go to the gym, you feel uncomfortable because you've never been in there before, you don't look good because you're out of shape, and it's just not an enjoyable time because, you know, for me, like, I've grown to enjoy lifting so much. It's actually probably the best part of my day, but sometimes when you're just getting started, it just sucks. It's grueling and it's exhausting. So when you're trying to start a new habit, like going to the gym, you need to have some sort of positive reinforcement with it. For me now, like when I work out and I get a pump and it looks good, that's the positive, you know, reinforcement right there. It's like I can do a set of curls and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, this is awesome. I love working out because, you know, you look jacked. But when you're first starting and you don't have any muscle built up and you're out of shape, what is your positive reinforcement? For me, there can be several things, but the thing I really used is I just like to enjoy kind of the process of it. So like, say you're working out, instead of enjoying the result, like that's your positive reinforcement, is like, oh, you know, I did curls and my biceps are big. That's the positive reinforcement. For when just starting out, I did the curls and be like, ooh, this stretch, it feels really good, and this squeeze, that feels nice. It's kind of like, for me, like when you scratch an itch and it kind of hurts, but kind of feels good. That's kind of what a lot of, you know, working out feels like to me. We're like, ooh, it kind of hurts, but it kind of feels good too. So that for me, with a positive reinforcement, I needed to get me to the point where I started, you know, seeing results. And I was like, oh, this is just fun. And even if it doesn't feel good, because I can literally see my bicep that's growing, like that I, you know, work towards. But other things you can do is, you know, afterward, you can, you know, treat yourself to something. And also just naturally, there's natural positive reinforcement that comes, some sort of chemicals. I don't know exactly what it is. It makes you feel good after you worked out, that, you know, and that feeling that you did something for yourself that's good. So just trying to find some sort of positive reinforcement and enjoying the things that come with it, not necessarily just the destination. Because when you're starting out and you're still out of shape and everything like that, it's not always enjoyable. So yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I have for you right now. I might make another video like this in the future with more tips for beginners or just general gym tips in general. But if you enjoyed this, you know, video, you know, comment down below which tip helped you the most, and, you know, let me know how your gym progress goes. But with that, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.